Happy full moon in Capricorn, my love. Listen, I don't even know what's on the agenda today, and I think that's the most exciting part. And I'm seeing it as there's this unknown territory. You're literally placed at the edge of your local cluster where you're about to experience the journey of your full potential. I'm seeing the immersion. It's the moment where the caterpillar has formed itself inside the chrysalis. It's become liquefied and it's about to open up and spread those wings and experience life in a way that it's never experienced it before. I just want to open up with a couple of things. First of all, the first thing was who turned on the magic button? Because there's this energy of being a child, right? And children see the magic because they're looking for it. And there's something about that when it comes to the soul's essence. I have to just commend you on the work that you've been doing, because my God, when I tell you, I have been feeling so just grateful, so in bliss, reading your guys' emails, just reading the work that's been happening behind the scenes. And this is the energy that I'm picking up on. The work that you've been doing behind the scenes is going to be translating into your material physical existences when it comes to new sensory experiences, like tangible experiences within this third dimension, as you embrace your divine nature and your human nature. There are so many of us, I'm saying us, this finds you, this comes into alignment with you. This shift is happening. There is a shift happening so fast. Expect to be meeting people that you share many parallel past life connections with. I just got off a call with one of you beautiful souls from the community, and I'm so excited to see so many of you just stepping into your power, into, what it is that you're putting out there and contributing into the world when it comes to your unique, form of medicine. I'm not even gonna get too emotional with it, but it's so inspiring to see you step into your full power. And I'm seeing this energy of so many guides encoded into your field and different archetypal expressions of consciousness collapsing itself into all these different, forms and deities. And just looking at your journey and being like, that's how I feel looking at you. Like, you don't know how good it's about to get type of energy. So we're going to go ahead and do a free flow session. I have no clue, again, what this is. But let's go and take a look at the theme collectively, right? The theme happening in your life. What is that when we zoom out? And I trust that you're doing well. There is so much magic that's unfolding. Things are gonna unfold in a way that you could not even possibly fathom right now. As you evolve into a higher order, the frequency of your exchanges on Earth are reflecting that internal wavelength, that internal frequency. And there's something around the elevation of your own frequency that's leading to the quality of exchanges on Earth returning to the way that we once knew it. Okay, before the distortion, before the inversions, before experiencing lessons through the perspective of suffering. And instead there's this essence of just play, learning to create safety in the body in a way where the body remembers what the mind hasn't lived in this lifetime. I'm seeing it as, okay, let me try and explain it. The human avatar, the carbon-based life form in which you've taken on, the energy has only transformed itself into different vehicles, into different, let's say, divine instruments that you would inhabit, that your timeless consciousness would be seated in order to be able to experience life in this terrestrial plane. Now, the energy that's coming through is that within each rise, within each culmination, within each manifestation of these different avatars, that were always designed to assist the soul in its own journey of evolution through experience, through exchange. It has held within it the memory of everything that has been. And also within it holds the memory of everything when it comes to the potential of you becoming, because it has already come to be. And I'm just seeing it as, I'm witnessing so many beings coming into their remembrance, coming into just deeper alignment with their own path. And I feel like this is happening because the nodal axes are ready to shift, right? They're preparing for that shift, and they're the only invisible access points that go through a regression period where you're coming back inwards and then you're re-emerging in the world as your higher self. I'm just seeing as a higher frequency to become that full embodied expression of it. And there's something so beautiful in that journey. So sun energy, let's go and take a look at a quick theme. But I wanted to hop on here just to do a quick energy check-in with each one of you. Before we even ready, we have cosmic ether. My guy. Cosmic ether is it's kind of like the morphic field, right? So it's this invisible architecture that you're able to connect with. And as you can see here, there is like a UFO type of energy. Also like Saturn energy is how I see it. I'm going to read it though. There's a part of it where you're basically pulling in information from this hidden wellspring of knowledge. See, within each avatar that you have been seated within, you're still connected. Okay, you're maintaining your connection or restoring that connection to the source, and that is shifting the way that you're relating to your life experience on earth, especially emotionally. I'm seeing expanded frameworks of how you're thinking about your experience, expanded frameworks of how you're feeling about your experience. Gravitational acceleration is you came here with an agenda. Okay, that's the keyword that's coming through. So we're going to go ahead and use that as a keyword and decode that. But I'm seeing target acquired, target achieved. Then you have stratus pause. Stratus pause talks about being in a transit point. So you're on your way, but it could feel like you're also in this liminal space where everything is still collapsing. I'm seeing, you know, having this combination of ideas or visions or breadcrumbs. And I just said this to Nicole, if you're watching, hello, where the North Node in Pisces has been teaching us, okay, you've been receiving all these breadcrumbs, right? You've been receiving all these breadcrumbs. And now we're closing out this chapter at the end of July as the nodal axes shift, where you have enough crumbs with all these different flavors that there's a whole new combination of cake. And now you're kind of slicing that cake and you're sending it out into the world. And that could be your energy or something that holds the essence of your soul. I'm just seeing it as the expression or the extension. It reminds me of an exothermic reaction where the sun transfers light or heat to its surroundings. But yeah, a pause for a new flow. There is something with stratus pause that has felt like a transit point at a bus stop, but this is temporal. It's a temporal moment I'm seeing to recalibrate and reorientate yourself for this trajectory. There could be something new on the agenda. That's what's coming up. All right, let me take a look at agenda real quick. Oh my God. I just have to say, there's so many of you, like the work that I do collectively when it comes to just connecting with you one-on-one like this is so rewarding. And to see so many of your comments that are so introspective, are so, there's just this level of immense awe. There's a level of immense awe when I tune into this energy and I acknowledge all the work that you've been doing. It's just so beautiful. So let me go ahead and take a look at agenda real quick, all right? Okay, an agenda is a list or outline of topics, tasks or items to be discussed or completed during a meeting, event, or period of time. I'm seeing that as the culmination within this lifetime. A meeting agenda is a schedule of discussion topics for a meeting. So it feels like, again, it's something that's on the agenda. It feels like a meeting with, I don't know, all your spirit guides or all the past lives, past versions of self, where it's like, hey, and this is ancestral as well. Hey, we never got to experience life on earth liberated this way. We never got to anchor that heaven onto earth before this. And so as you show up for yourself in this lifetime, this way, you also show up for us. And your lineage is one body of consciousness, and you are that portal, my love. So there's something that you're doing that is literally giving, I'm hearing those that came before you permission to explore. And I'm seeing it as these elder souls becoming childlike once again. That's what this reminds me of. And I'm seeing it as your old soul becoming childlike once again. And that is what the, kingdom of heaven's gates are open to, those who are the children of the earth. And there's something to do with that essence of play, exploration. It could be a personal agenda as well. It also could be a hidden agenda. So maybe something that you felt like, wasn't really, I'm seeing in the equation up until now. So let me go ahead and take a look at cosmic ether. And then I'm just going to pull one more message from the gateway of the light activation. But I just want this to be this is what you be doing, right? So it is just a check-in. It's just a chill session. Okay, so cosmic ether, my God, the enigma that only you can solve, and the controversy. This talks about a delicate and light element of full purity. It is the primordial energy of light from which everything starts before taking material form. So what's happening is this is where spirit descends into matter. And I'm hearing it's not the pure purpose of escaping material reality, but how can you ground the soul's intentions to explore and experience and create and co-create within this tangible plane. And there's something so beautiful in the expression of your soul and how that consciousness collapses itself into form, like how the essence of your soul looks in physical form, whether that's through the things that you create being an extension of you. There's something around the very essence that you hold, and your DNA is as unique as a snowflake. All right, so that's your unique frequency, that's your unique sound and song and medicine that you have to offer to the world. So it's the most translucent kind of air. It talks about ether, right? Ether energy, the ether that you breathe. It's plasma, honey. The bioplasma being that you are. What are plasma beings? Part of a counterpart earth. That is within you, saying that's not a separate earth. That's just a dimensional layer of this reality that we're all existing in, that you are living under. And you're reminding others as you play in that state and exist in that state and move in that state and see life through that state. I'm seeing it as come into my world. There's something that you do where you remind others of their plasma-like state to return back to their formless nature while playing inside of form. I'm seeing something that you're forming from the formless realm. So it could be something that you're anchoring as regards to a higher vision. Could be a future objective of some kind, and how you're anchoring that future into the decisions that you're making now, the action that you're taking now, that ultimately leads you to experiencing the journey or the culmination of those choices. Anyway, it also talks about the Akasha. What is the Akasha? It's the sacred place. It is the memory of the earth. It's everything that's available for you to experience on this planet. By denying the existence of ether, we're assuming that there are no physical properties within empty space. The fundamentals of quantum mechanics are not aligned with this perspective. We may say that according to the general theory of relativity, space is endowed with physical qualities, and in this sense, therefore, there exists an ether. Space without ether is unthinkable. Is seeing as believing, or believing as seeing? There's something around, you better believe it. It's that type of energy, right? Where it's like, okay, you don't need to look at it in order for you to see it. There's something that you're seeing before you look at it in the physical, and it could be an essence. And I see so many of you being guided towards this. It's not even funny. Some type of major shift has just happened on the globe. Okay, so realistic ether. It also talks about the human who seeks to understand will only understand when he stops wanting to understand. This is when you rely too much on the tangible spectrum of light, right? The visible and the verified facts. There is something else happening when it comes to the hidden architecture of this reality, something that you'll tune into with the higher realms. And you know what that is? You know what it comes down to? The higher intelligence moving through you and through all beings. There is a higher intelligence in which you are. There's something that is reconnected and being anchored. And when I tell you pulsar is at the base, it's an interval energy. This is a short but quick collapse. There's something where it's just like, I see so many of you just coming online. And before you strike the bow, there is a specific intention. I'm seeing a choice that you make about your life's journey, instantaneously collapsing the outcome. I don't know what it is. You're going to have to let me know how that's translating for you in your life experience. But I'll tell you, the magic that I've been observing as of late, can I tell you a secret? You're magical. You are. So let's go and take a look at Gateway of the Light activation. Yeah, Shambhala initiations, Dharma. Oh my God. It reminds me of an astral travel that I had last night. Dharma. I was being shown your Dharma unfolding. That's what I was looking at. I'm only remembering now. Dharma is a rapid unfoldment of one's life path when they're able to consciously work with what their pre-incarnation intentions were. You could have found yourself going into retreat and now you're trusting the process of how the universe wasn't pulling anything away from you. It was only pulling you deeper inwards. And there's something that you've discovered inwards, and now you're being called to trust in the outward direction. I'm seeing you anchor something here with Dharma, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and read this, and then we're gonna close out because I have needed to integrate this energy, like for you, for us all. It's something beautiful going on. All right, Shambhala Initiations talks about enlightened beings. So you're seeing your life again on earth as a light being. See, when you see yourself as a light being, then you see everyone else as a light being as well. And we also understand where there are some belief systems that obstruct the way that we see our own light. Okay, so when things quiet down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. Take a moment, right? Drex's pauses, you've just received a lot from the ethers. Take a moment to, this is how I felt. This interaction that I just had with seeing the work that you guys are doing and reading some of your emails, I haven't got the chance to respond to them all, but my God, I had to take a moment to just sit in it, to really just sit in it and observe. And I'm seeing that for you as well, where there's a moment of, oh, okay, yeah, I remembered myself. Oof. First of all, that was a journey, right? 2 biggest days is when you're seated onto this planet. The second one is when you remember why. Now you're anchored in that why. Now there's a recalibration. Get used to that perspective shift, because it feels like it can feel disorientating. You know when you're spinning and then you stop spinning and the world is still spinning? Yeah, that's you being seated in the eye of the storm, where it's like the quantum is, oh yeah, he knows or she knows type of energy. And now reality is reconfiguring itself to correspond with this, okay, this being just came online, gifts are being activated, gifts are being anchored in from the ethers. Get used to this, be seated in this, because there's something that honestly goes beyond you, you know, it's this hidden wellspring of knowledge that you're putting from that you can't expect everyone to understand, but guess what, it's to be experienced and not explained. With Shambhala initiations, again, I saw someone following their Dharma last night, and I saw that path unfolding so rapidly. So there's something around you trusting that process. You're in a temporary transit point where I feel like there's an integration process that may be needed. Some of you, it could be gifts that are coming back online. It could be memories that are surfacing. I'll tell you, even that session that I just had with Nicole, if you're here, let yourself be known in the comment section, girl. So many memories, there's so many past lives, like each one of you, we share so many parallel lives together. And so the privilege of being able to establish a space in which we can all come together collectively and find each other again is like such a privilege. It's something that, you know, it animates the vessel, you know, it's the breath that animates our life experience. It's breath. It's as vital as breath itself. It's like the connection with oneself and a place in which we are all seated here in our coherence. And you go out there and be magical as you walk roam this earth according to your divine essence. But to be seated and sustain that level of awareness, I see you. You know, for those who know, if you know, you know. And so allow yourself to integrate with that. Okay, Stratus pauses, it's temporary, you're not going to be at this standstill forever, but there's a moment of, yeah, take it in. Because you did that. Yeah, you did that. You remembered yourself despite everything. It's like you have become the statistical anomaly. Like, it's something that's statistically improbable. Yeah, you did that. Okay, so you may be deviating from what life as you know it, and you're stepping into some completely new terrain. Gravitational acceleration is some type of divine target. It talks about clear action and sense of direction that you're going to be gaining. You're going to know what to do with this, is my message. Okay, so take time from the busyness of the world and know that the spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, It's calling you to retreat to your inner world for a moment, just to take it all in. And if you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy and spend time in meditation or reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. Bro, I cannot with you. This energy, if you made it to this point, I'm not going to say to claim this energy because that's, for me, it's not my style, but I'll say I see you. And if you know what time we're on right now, comment down below the rainbow emoji. We're going to keep that train going. Comment down below the rainbow emoji and input that into the system. All right. So keep being magical, keep doing what it is that you're doing. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing because we'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. Also check out Spirit if we're looking for some beautiful AAA grade gemstones. 1/3 of the proceeds are donated towards Otter sanctuaries. And until next time, my love, bye.